one hand. It'll stop the clock with 1:14 to go.
I watched the line judge that walked down and he conferred with the back judge and then threw his little flag down right at the end, like say, "Oh yeah, I saw it too. I saw it too. Sure, here's my flag."
First and 10, Army at the Wake 44. Inside fake, pitch to the edge. Out there it goes to Howard. And Howard going to get upended after a gain of about 5 to the Wake Forest 39-yard line. Tackle again by Nick Anderson, from whom we heard in our Bowtime Deacon Tailgate show. 8th tackle, Nick, today. Game 4. Second down and 5, Army. Clock at 50 seconds to go. 5-0 and Wake up 70 to 49. Play action. Laws wants to throw left and long again for Alston. Makes the catch at the 10. 5 touchdown. How about that? 39-yard touchdown. Second touchdown catch for Alston. He's right at 100 yards or so.
Might as well get some more records. Figure out how to do that somehow.
That comes with 39 tickets left. I mean, this has been one of those games. Got to make it 70 to 56, and he does. Tally with the boot.
Been a lot of that cannon shot going off on the other side of Lusk Reservoir, on the other side of the stadium.
This game now 3.5 hours old, and that's not an Army deal either.
No,
we're usually out of here in about 2.5.
Yeah,
all the scores.
Just take some time, and the different ways that they've done it has been really something to watch. Army doing it on the ground, Wake Forest doing it through the air.
This is for Wake Forest, most ever combined points in a game. The previous record was 121, and that was the Louisville game of a couple of years ago. 62-59 was that score. It's now 70 to 56 in this one. But again, Wake's going to get home, Larry, 7-0, undefeated, top 20. Of course, it's not a conference game. The Duke game next week is a 4 o'clock kick, 3 o'clock airtime. I just can't say it enough times that that place needs to be packed.
It needs to be rocking next.
Duke's in town for homecoming week, and I mean, we'd love for you to listen on the radio. Go to the game. Take a radio. Take your phone. Listen to that. Whatever. But go to the game. Take a couple pounds with you.
Wake Forest.
The players, the staff.
30-second timeout.
They talk about it all the time. They talk about what a difference it makes to be in there and have the crowd cheering at key moments and being supportive and all those things. Really need to get out to the game next week.
And back down below to Dave Gorn. Dave?
And this is the third most points that a Wake Forest team has scored. If you knew that the other two, the two higher ones, were 80 points against Florence and 78, I think it is, or 76 against William Jewell, then you win the grand prize.
Yeah, we were talking about that William Jewell game, and a couple buddies of mine texted and said you and Larry were at that one, right? So
you maybe.
I've been here a while, not that long. Well, the Wake Forest athletic director's box to our right has emptied out.
Vacated in a hurry.
Yeah, John Curry and his band of merry folks in there.
He's lived a pretty good life here, I think, at West Point the last day or so.
I'll say. He was on a flotilla last night.
What will they try here, Stan?
Well, it's going to be an onside kick. Here it comes, right to left. Flag flies. Army recovers the ball. Now, again, I think Army might have been offside. Yeah, on the kick. It was really well executed, but being offsides will help in that regard.
Well, the hands team out there, and I think that Christian Beal Smith in particular on the outside saw it coming and just walked away.
Offside, kicking team, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, will re-kick.
It was pretty glaring that they were offside.
So again, it's 70 to 56 Wake Forest. Oh my goodness, 126 points today. And again, just hope you had the over.
How's your throat doing?
Not well. No, it's all right. You know, whatever it takes.
You're such a gamer.
Well, my man Dave brought me an extra water down here. Good to have the Deaver clan in here today and part of the Sorensen clan to watch history unfold.
Majestic history.
Yeah, the Dave and I go back to the late 1980s local television in Knoxville, Tennessee. And brought one of his sons, Garrick, in here. Here's another onside kick. Wake recovers this one. Mark Taylor recovers.
Mark and I go back to the 80s too.
Yeah, your son Mark, yeah. All right, so Wake's got it, 37 seconds left. And this one is just about wrapped up, put in the box.
You know, if you like offense, you had to have been thrilled with this game. Having friends write in, tweet in, and everything else saying what kind of track meet is that you guys have going up there. It's just been mind-boggling to watch the possessions, watch how it's all unfolded.
Been a lot of offense, you bet. Wake's at 640, and Army at 595. Carry the 2, drop 1235. It's a lot. Wake with a snap and a knee down, and that will do it. And a couple of guys that know each other pretty well, Dave Clawson and Jeff Munkin, will slowly walk across the field and say, buddy, we've seen a lot in our... Nothing quite like that. Final score from Michie Stadium as the seconds wind down on this history-making game in a lot of different ways. Wake Forest 70, Army 56. The Deacons get to 7-0, coming home for Duke next week, 4 o'clock at Truist Field. We'll take a timeout. More coming as you listen to the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance. All without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
The perfect tailgate. All you need are your friends and the 2021 Ford F-150 with the available Pro Power onboard. It's like a mobile generator to power your tailgate all game long. It's this tradition of toughness and innovation that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck 44 years straight and counting. Make your game day traditions bigger and better season after season. Check out the 2021 Ford F-150 at your Carolina Ford dealer. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year total sales.
Your home for Demon Deacon football. This is the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Who doesn't want to live their most spectacular life? The new Spectacular Riches Scratch-Off from the North Carolina Education Lottery has millions of dollars in prizes with riches everywhere. So you can make bling your thing, add glide to your ride, or even glitz to your grits. Spectacular Riches with over $100 million in prizes from $100 to $10,000. Riches are everywhere. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.26. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you've got to be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wake Forest comes to Michie Stadium to West Point and defeats Army today by a final score of 70-56. The Dicks now 7-0 on the year, heading home next week to face the Duke Blue Devils. Army has lost its third consecutive game after the 4-0 start. The Black Knights are now 4-3 and will battle Air Force on November the 6th in Arlington, Texas. But Lariat, took a lot of different things today. Dick's got a couple of breakaways or takeaways. One was a huge one, which we'll replay in a minute, but it took a lot to get out of here with a win today.
Well, hard to believe that a defensive play was probably the game changer of the day eventually. It's also hard to believe that you score 70 points and you're chewing your fingernails till halfway through the fourth quarter, but that's exactly what we saw. Entertaining game the entire time through. Dave Flosston will have plenty to say about the defensive side of the football. But like you said, you get out of here 7-0. That was your mission. You were 1-0 for the week, and you move on.
Time now for the Stark Exterminators defensive play of the game. No surprise here. They lined up, and now they've shifted to kind of a shotgun set. Snap to the shotgun guy. He's got the snap, looks left, throws downfield. Intercepted. Intercepted by the Deeks. This might go all the way. Travion Red's got it down the east boundary, heading toward the north, and they will not catch him. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Yeah, a little kick, pick six, whatever you call it, from the shotgun guy. And Travion Red took it to the north end zone for the score, and that would wake up a couple of touchdowns. And defensive play of the game, probably the play of the game, although we'll have another one a little bit later, but wow, that was huge.
And that play easily could have gone for a touchdown too if that ball's just thrown a little bit longer, a little bit further, and the timing's a little bit better. They easily could have scored on that play.
Defensive play of the game brought to you by Stark Exterminators, official pest control provider of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Final score from Mikey Stadium, Wake Forest 70 and the Army Black Knights 56. Coming up next, it's the Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist post-game show as you listen to Demon Deacon football from their field.
The true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with life-altering diagnoses. Team Impact pairs these kids with college athletic teams as part of a 2-year program, getting them off the sideline and into the game. The collegiate student-athletes gain a new teammate, a new friend, and a new perspective. For more information, visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact, all in, all together.
Wake Forest Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, is now Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, combining the brightest minds in medicine to bring you award-winning care with a commitment to strengthen the health and wellness of our community. When it comes to the health of you and your family, no one should settle for anything short of life-changing. To learn more, visit wakehealth.edu/Atrium Health.
You're tuned in to Demon Deacon Football on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Offering the personal attention of a small liberal arts college, coupled with the broad opportunities of a leading research institution, Wake Forest has earned the distinction of being one of the nation's premier universities. Wake Forest has been consistently ranked among the top 25 universities in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. Its mission is to graduate students who seek purpose-filled lives in the spirit of its motto, Pro Humanitate. Athletics are integral to the college experience at the university. Since its founding in 1834, Wake Forest has taken pride in its rare balancing of scholastic achievement and athletic success at the highest level of intercollegiate competition. This message is proudly sponsored by Mount Airy attorney John Gardner Jr. in memory of his father, John C.W. Gardner Sr., and by Mount Airy attorneys Frederick G. Johnson and Richard David Johnson. Go Deeks!
On the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist postgame show. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, the official team doctors of the Demon Deacons. Coming up, a complete recap of today's contest, as well as highlights and live reactions from the Wake Forest locker room. Once again, here's the voice of the Deeks, Stan Cotton.
Well, Wake wins a wild one today at Army by the final score of 70-56. Time now, and I don't know how you pick one, but it's time for the Best Western Plus Best Play of the game. Sam Hartman in the shotgun. Army rushing 4. Here's the inside fake. Now Hartman zips one across the middle. Pass going to be caught here on slant. Williams past the 50, past the 40, past the 30. He will go. Keyshawn Williams, touchdown Wake. 75 yards. Back and forth we go at Mikey Stadium. Oh, what a football game here in the third quarter. Well, that touchdown, and the reason we chose that, it puts Wake up 2 scores going into the fourth quarter, Larry, and with the way Army continued to answer, you needed the 2.
You know, it's really kind of funny because there were 6 plays that on a normal Saturday would have been the play of the game, and they became mundane and routine because of the way that this game went. But that certainly was a changer.
If you need somewhere to stay while traveling to watch the Deacs this year, make sure to book at Best Western Plus University Inn, located on University Parkway, right across from Truist Field and the Joel Coliseum. Wake wins it here at Mikey Stadium over Army. Final score 70-56. The Deacons remain undefeated and push the record to 7-0. Back with more in a moment as you listen to Demon Deacon football from Learfield.
Wake Forest Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, is now Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, combining the brightest minds in medicine to bring you award-winning care with a commitment to strengthen the health and wellness of our community. When it comes to the health of you and your family, no one should settle for anything short of life-changing. To learn more, visit wakehealth.edu/Atrium Health.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people, it takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Live play-by-play coverage of Demon Deacon football is brought to you by Wrangler for the ride of life.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Killing the game with Domino's Pizza, a proud local partner of the Deacs since 2008. Domino's has you covered for kickoff, tip-off, and all your other game day needs. Cheer on your team with 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each, or order any combo of pizza, wings, pasta, sandwiches, and desserts for your party. Don't get caught off guard at the 2-minute warning. Track your order with GPS-enabled custom delivery alerts through the Domino's tracker. Find your Winston-Salem area location and order now at Domino's.com.
Wake Forest wins a crazy one over Army by the final of 70-56, and some of these numbers are just eye-popping. First downs in the game, Wake had 22, Army with 31 first downs today. Wake rushed for 180, Army had 416. Wake passed for an additional 458 yards. That's a personal high for Sam Hartman. Army tacked on 179 yards in the air. So Wake Forest had 52 offensive plays today for 638 yards. Army had 83 snaps today for 595 yards. There were 2 turnovers today, both in favor of Wake. The Deacs intercepted a pass and also recorded a fumble. Wake did not punt today. Army punted only once, a 31-yarder. Army did put the ball on the ground 4 times till they lost just the 1. The Deacs were penalized 6 times for 66 yards, Army 7 for 64. And here's one that's really crazy. Wake had the ball 17 minutes and 17 seconds. That's it today, to Army's 42 minutes and 43 seconds. Again, Army's number 1 in the country. We talked about that in possession time, averaging 38 minutes, had it 42-43 today. But Wake scores 70 points in the 17-plus minutes. Wake on third down today, almost perfect, 7 of 8. Army 9 of 15. Fourth down, Wake 0 for 1, Army 3 out of 4. Wake perfect in the red zone, 4 for 4. Army was 3 for 3. We'll have some of the other individual numbers in a little bit. We're going to take another timeout. Still to come, our chat with Coach Dave Clausen. Dave Gorin also in the Deacon locker room to talk to the Deeks as well. We've got lots to come, scores and more. So stay right where you are as we continue on the Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist postgame show by telling you again the final score. Wake Forest 70, Army 56.
From humble beginnings in 1949, Piedmont Advantage Credit Union has been serving its members' financial needs. At PACU, you're a person, not just an account number. We pride ourselves on being small enough to know you, but big enough to bring the world to your fingertips. We care about who you are and what you dream of. This means we can offer you personalized advice to make your financial future brighter. Join today by visiting PACU.com or by calling 800-433-7228 and follow us on Facebook at Piedmont Advantage.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Coverage of Demon Deacon football continues after these local messages. This is the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance, all without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
Wake Forest wins it over Army 70-56. We'll take a look at some of the other numbers. These are individual. For Army rushing, Tyler, 15 rushes for 104 yards and a touchdown today. He is a quarterback. Robinson, 11 carries for 98 yards. Adkins, a fullback, 10 for 93 and a touchdown. Walters, 4 for 41 and a touchdown. For Wake Forest, Christian Beal-Smith, 8 rushes, 71 yards and a score. Ellison, 5 for 66 and a score. Turner, 5 for 23 and a score. Hartman, 4 for 22 and a score. So 4 individual Deacons rushing for touchdowns today. Jabari Laws throwing for Army, 9 of 11, 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was sacked once. Anderson 1 for 1 for 39 yards. That was on the first scrimmage play of the game for Army. Sam Hartman throwing the ball today, 23 of 29, personal best, 458 yards and 5 touchdowns. He was not sacked today. As far as receiving for Army, Austin, 6 catches, 107 yards, couple of touchdowns. Very good day for him. Robinson, 3 for 33 and a touchdown. Walters had 139. Couple of big days for a couple of Deeks. Ja'Cory Roberson, 8 catches, 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. A.T. Perry had 6 catches for 146 yards and a touchdown. Keyshawn Williams, 2 catches, 93 yards and a touchdown. Christian Beal-Smith had 3 catches out of the backfield for 24 yards. Defensively, for Army, Cunningham had 6 total tackles. Broughton had 5. Rondell Bawford for the Deacons had 10 tackles. And Luke Masterson had 9. So Wake Forest, again, all those numbers add up to a win of 70 to 56. And we're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, again, more to come as we chat with Coach Dave Clawson here from the Digs, have all the scores and more on this football Saturday. Back after this, as you listen to Wake Forest football from Lear Field.
Wake Forest Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, is now Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, combining the brightest minds in medicine to bring you award-winning care with a commitment to strengthen the health and wellness of our community. When it comes to the health of you and your family, no one should settle for anything short of life-changing. To learn more, visit wakehealth.edu/Atrium Health.
Deektown is where Demon Deacons find themselves, and this fall you can find yourself at Truist Field. Join head coach Dave Clawson and the Wake Forest football team for Power 5 ACC football and be a part of the best fan experience in North Carolina. Make sure to stop by the Deektown Fan Zone presented by Forsyth County Farm Bureau 3 hours prior to kickoff for food, fun, and more. For tickets to the next home game, call 336-758-DEEK. That's 336-758-3322. Or visit godeeks.com/tickets. Go Deeks!
More coverage of the Deep after these local messages. This is the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Roger Marion Automotive provides the best car care service in the area with 2 shops in Clemens, 1 near West Forsyth High School. This family-run business provides the best expertise for your car at the lowest possible prices. From Roger to Coleman to Ben to Kristen, the entire family cheers for Wake Forest. Kristen even was an original Deacon ball girl. So keep your car running safely and save some money along the way. Call Roger and Coleman at 778-1518 or Lenny and Bob at 766-2636. And that's another dinger.
Hey Deacon fans, are you ready for retirement but aren't sure how to structure your investments? This is Mickey Smith, certified financial planner and a proud double deacon. I'm also the president of Winston Wealth Management, an independent wealth management firm that specializes in retirement planning and tax-efficient investing. Check us out at winstonwealth.com. That's winstonwealth.com. And go Deeks!
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC.
Wake Forest remains undefeated. The Digs get to 7-0 today with a win over Army here at West Point, 70-56 the final. The Digs, after quarter number 1, led 14-7. Wake still had a 7-point lead at halftime, 28-21. First quarter got nuts. Wake Forest, though, came out on top after all of it, 49-35 through 3. And then fourth quarter was about like the third, Larry, and Wake hangs on to win it 70-56 today.
Those 2 words just don't go right. Hangs on when you're scoring 70. But if you score 70, you got to like your chances. It was a fascinating game, and there was a lot of strategy, and it changed its pace a couple of times as well. Plays that happened early that you thought might be game changers were at the moment, but didn't last for very long. So great game to watch. Wake Forest, most importantly, comes away with win number 7.
You know, Wake got the ball first, went 63 yards down the field on the drive, and Turner punched it in from the 3. And then Army, on its first scrimmage play, throws the ball 39 yards, ends up answering, going 75 yards in 7 plays, and then off we go. You know, the horse race was on. And, you know, Wake came up with, obviously, the huge takeaway on the shift out of, the kick out of the field goal, the pick that went for the touchdown and got Wake up a couple of scores. And then it was just kind of like they started trading things from that point on, and Wake was up 2 touchdowns, and that's the way it ends.
You know that there's the gamble and risk anytime you try one of those trick plays. The hope is you catch the other team unaware, and it appeared as if Wake Forest wasn't really ready for it, but a great play to make the interception, then take it all the way in for the touchdown that really turned everything in the Wake Forest favor.
Yeah, and Coach Clawson talked a lot, not a lot, but he mentioned this past week about, look, you know, Army all the time is faking field goals and punts and all these kick situations, but you don't see him do it the same way, you know. Right. And so that you're going to, in a situation, you know, have to scramble when all of a sudden the team shifts and goes like that. And Red, comes up with a great individual play on his part, not only to intercept the pass there, but then take it all the way for the touchdown.
Bears repeating, though, that play easily could have gone the other way, too, as you were one-on-one out there, and he came at the last second to swoop in and catch that ball. If they go a little bit deeper on and he leads the receiver, then it possibly goes the Army way. So, what a great game, and the difference of just a foot or so with where you throw the ball makes all the difference in the world.
Sam Hartman, quite a day, obviously, 458 yards, 5 touchdowns. He runs one in, so his hand was on 6 scores today. And just one of those days where he was as efficient. He was well protected all day. And, man, tip of the cap to him.
He was very, very accurate. 23 for 29, 79% completions. And there were a couple of drop balls as well that should have been caught. So a terrific day for him. Showed some very nice touch on a number of balls. Now, having said that, the receivers did a great job because there were a lot of times they were wide open. And he hit the open man, but he hit some guys in stride and had himself a heck of a day.
And it all adds up to Wake Forest winning over Army today, again by the final score of 70-56. So now Wake heads home next week for an ACC game with the Duke Blue Devils at 4 o'clock, 7-0 and 4-0 in the ACC. Let's go down to the Wake Forest locker room to chat with the coach of the Dinks, Dave Clausen. And